I think this kind of fits with the theme so far, so I'll do it. That's just the way we were raised. The pain of our elders, spoon-fed off stainless steel eyes, we tasted their generational trauma, received their tattered hand-me-down anxieties, the only inheritance that crossed the sea. We were raised on bedtime stories of shattered glass and poison gas, scared school children peeking out behind the eyes of grandmothers, remembering their mothers beaten by the kindly fathers of best friends, their neighbors who turned on them so fast they were dizzy 70 years later, still trying to make sense of the knives their yesterday friends pushed into their backs. We heard of memories of relatives never again seen after getting on a truck bed. They went from children to fugitives or victims. Our imaginary friends wore gray and black stripes and yellow stars. They needed us to never forget when they discovered gunfire and beating hearts kind of sound the same. Maybe we thought we grew into a changed world until the day we saw someone we thought we called friend load the chamber of their throat and fire out their muzzled lips hateful words at someone who looked like us. If you put enough K's in a word, their repetition also sounds like gunfire. Excuse my trust issues. Some days I remember learning I can't tell friend from informant. Some days I wonder if my nose is too big, if the shape of my body is ideal for cattle car stacking. Some days I question if I should build my own ghetto walls, if my name is a tattooed number, if striped shirts would suit my complexion. My grandmother told me that I am what rose from the ashes, but I have to believe that the phoenix flinches at the mention of ovens. I can't meet another person without wondering what it would take for them to pull me from my cover and point a rifle in my direction. I am well aware that broken glass looks like crystal. Some days I remember the lesson that I am an outsider. Some days I remember the lesson that outsider is not a title reserved for me. Some days I remember the lesson that the barrels my grandparents stared down are not only reserved for us. Some days I remember the cries of never again as never again happens again and again and again. Only the faces are different. Some days I remember that never again is not just reserved for me every day. I remember that Passover night. My cousin with tears in her eyes told me how at 6 she no longer felt welcome in her world. Right before we read from a holy book, whoever is hungry, come and eat. You know the heart of a stranger, for you were once strangers in a strange land. Nothing could feel more holy than that. And that is why I tell you I grew up a stranger, because when I say Black Lives Matter, I mean never again. When I say no human is illegal, I mean never again. When I say love is love, I mean never again. When I say trans rights are human rights, I mean never again. When I yell about Syria, Uganda, Myanmar, Nigeria, Sudan, I mean never again. So when I say never again, I mean there is refuge here.